Right, so here we go. I thought it was about time I did a video, hence why I'm doing this scratchy thing, because I get nervous. Hi guys. So I took part in the Tom Evans Redbull UK Immersion Training Week, where we got to have a bit of an insight into the life of an ultra runner and Redbull sponsored athlete. So I thought it would be good to share the 5 things I learned during that week. So, the 5 things that I learned in that week. Number 1, running is about a lot more than just running. Like when you get to an athlete level, even as an amateur, if you do it right, if you do it by the book, it's a lot more. There was strength and conditioning, which led to some DOMs. There was yoga, which I am absolutely terrible at, and I didn't do a great job. Did I enjoy it? Kind of. Do I enjoy yoga? No. Would I like to enjoy yoga? Yes, because I would like my hamstrings to be a little bit looser and not so tight. So when I run, it'll be a little bit nicer. Drills, activation, stretching, foam rolling, so much more than just running. This was the first time actually that I did warm-up activation on my own with the guidance of a video thanks to Tom, and really enjoyed it. Did it make my run better? Yes. Will I do it in future? Yeah, I think I will. Will I still lace up and run? Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I am one of them people that just laces up, gets out the door. Will I continue being that person? Probably, but I'm gonna try and take them key takeaways. Stretching after, potentially not, simply because I feel like it takes a little bit of that runner's high away, and I quite enjoy getting back and basking in the glory of running like an idiot as I do. So I learned that pacing is something I struggle with. I used to work in miles and switched to kilometres in May when I had to run every day. The run every day was 5k every day, and I just felt like I would get 5 feedback points as opposed to 3 and a bit. So I switched over to kilometres, but I didn't really figure out the relative pace. I knew that a 4-minute kilometre would be nice and fast. 5-minute kilometre in my mind was, something I wanted to steer away and I wanted to be quicker than. In my head, I thought it was like a 9-minute mile, but obviously not. So this week I struggled with just knowing what pace I was running at, and I was running at what was comfortable at the time, but for the type of run, an easy run for example, it was way too quick. Did I burn out? Luckily no. There was a worry from George that I'd get injured because I was running almost every run a 5-minute kilometre pace or quicker. So I still struggle with that. I think I might invest in like printing out a pacing chart or something, just so that I can get my head around exactly what the paces mean and what I should aim for, because ultimately I don't want to get injured. I guess one of the things I learned was just how much is involved in being an elite runner. I know it kind of is a naive opinion, but you look at an elite runner, you think you're an athlete, you must have quite a lot of spare time, because, it's an athlete. Athlete's life's fairly straightforward. You just run and you're good at it. No. So Tom's pretty lucky to be a Redbull sponsored athlete, which means he has the backing of the APC, the Athlete Performance Centre. And he has a sports psychologist, a nutritionist, and he has like Zoom calls with them. So we got to jump on some of them and it was really interesting. But it kind of made me realise that an athlete's life is no normal life. Like, you want to go out, you want to have a late night, you want to, have a cheat meal and binge, like, you need to take it into consideration. Like, his life is choreographed to a point where he delivers. And he delivers because he does essentially what he's told within certain reason. But you have to make sacrifices. You can't just go and see family and stay up late and not get much sleep and then bang out a long run. Like, it's full on dedication, and totally take my hat off to him. Like, I was off work, so it was pretty lucky that I didn't feel the strain as much doing double run days, but had I been working full time as well, this week would have burnt me out. Absolutely. One of the things I learned, well, I didn't learn it, I kind of knew it, but thanks to the wonderful George, aka Fitcetera, I got schooled on the very last Zoom call. So the lesson is, don't play the numbers game. At the end of my week, I'd done 98.4 kilometres, And in my head, I was like, oh, I'll just round it up to 100. So on the call, George asked, should he round it up to 100? At which point Tom, rightly so, went school teacher on me. No, there is no point. You have done 98.4 kilometers. You've done your plan. Your legs aren't fresh. And all you're going to do is get junk miles and potentially injure yourself. And in reality, the following months, you're not going to care. The next year, you're not going to care. It means absolutely nothing. You're not getting a medal. And even if you were getting a medal, like, what's that medal going to mean? It's not the Olympics. It's no great race. It's, I'm going to run 100 kilometers a month just because. Like, yeah, I might get the few extra likes, but is that what it's about? No. So don't play the numbers game. You'll get hurt. I'm lucky I didn't. If I'd have gone out on that, would I got hurt? I don't know. But the potential is there and the risk is there. And no one wants added risk, especially me. That idiot mode still exists, but I keep it at bay as much as possible with the support of George. The last one is it controversial? I don't know. Everyone's got an opinion about Red Bull. Like, and I don't just mean, does it taste nice? Like, I had comments that there's no place for Red Bull in running. Well, there's no place for hatred in running, but there's plenty of it about. Like, could you make Red Bull work in your diet with your nutrition? Of course. You know, would I judge you if you chose to eat a donut before you went running? No, because we're not supposed to food shame. But it's okay to drink shame and go, oh, Red Bull's got too much sugar. Red Bull's got too much caffeine. Well, I have about 5 coffees a day. So the caffeine thing, love it. Absolutely adore it. The sugar thing, so what? Like, just do you. Who cares? Like, if Red Bull as a drink has no place in running, Red Bull as a company have a big place in running. Like, the stuff they do for athletes is immense. And not just running, like free running, cliff diving, like for sport in general. But just there's so many people judgmental about Red Bull. And it just, I don't get it. Like, I'm not a, yay, pro Red Bull. I'm just saying, like, just do you. I'm pro doing you. Just do you. And don't worry about anyone else. Unless, of course, they're being abusive and nasty and making comments about the fact that you've drunk a certain drink before a run. At which point, don't do it. Just save it. Go for a run. Cheer up. And with that, I think this video might be done. There might be some editing that I need to do. But those are...
What would you like to add to I think she might be done, don't mind?
Do you hear this shit? Alexa, shush.